saw then was me doing my active breathing this morning. Airway clearance, active breathing, whichever one you call it. I call it a different thing every time, like I do with Kaftrio, Trikafta, because I'm an idiot and don't really listen to things. As you just saw then, I've done a bit of airway clearance today and I've been coughing up a bit of blood. Now I'm going to level with you and be completely honest. I'm not someone who keeps up with my active breathing. The way I've rationalised it since I was about 16, 17 is that I go to the gym quite often. Usually I'll be at the gym 4 or 5 times a week, and while I'm at the gym I'll be doing fast exercises, so I'll have barely any rest in between. So I'll do a set, maybe rest for about 10-15 seconds, and then I'll be on my next set, and that tends to get me out of breath and it tends to get me moving loads of sputum. So the way I rationalised it and the way I spoke to the doctors about it, and they kind of agreed at the time, was if I'm doing that much physical activity, then potentially I can sort of stop or reduce my active breathing. Now obviously it depends what works for your body, because some people don't get as much out of exercise, some people unfortunately can't exercise as much as that. So it's kind of a work life and CF balance that I've worked out over the years. Obviously I've been in isolation now, so things are a bit more difficult and it's a bit harder to exercise. As I've said in a few other videos, I've bought a weight bench and I've started getting into exercising again after, you know, having sort of 5 or 6 months off, barely doing anything. So the way I've been running my active breathing, airway clearance with that is if I feel like I'm blocked up or I feel worse, then I'll do airway clearance, and usually 1 or 2 days of that is enough to get me feeling okay again. Anyway, with Kaftrio, what are you doing? With Kaftrio so far, I've noticed that I haven't had to do airway clearance because it's all been loose and it's all just been coming up. So anyway, I woke up this morning and I felt like absolute crap, to be honest. It was really sort of clogged up. So I thought, right, what I'll do is straight away I'll do some airway clearance, and I've done it. And I've got to admit that I've kind of changed my way of thinking now, because I kind of thought, right, Kaftrio is getting rid of what I have anyway. I don't have that much, so it's all just moving, so it'll come up during the day, so I'm not going to do loads of active breathing. But now I've kind of switched, and it's quite an obvious thing really, and I don't know why I didn't just do it in the first place. It's actually very easy to move stuff while you're on Kaftrio. So why haven't I been doing it every day? Because I've not got that much of an excuse at the moment, because usually I'm working, so I get up at 7:30 usually for work, have a quick shower, get in the car and have my breakfast at work. I haven't really got time to be sitting around and doing my active breathing, and then if I'm honest, at night I'll just be knackered, tired after the gym. I'll already have coughed up stuff in the gym, so I just didn't do my active breathing then either, and that's not great. I wouldn't recommend that throughout your life, but it's what's worked for me so far, and luckily I've got away with it. While I'm on Kaftrio and while stuff's moving around, why aren't I just doing it every day and getting it out and just getting everything out and trying to get as clear as I can? So this morning made me realise that airway clearance is so much easier and it works so much better, because usually with airway clearance, if I'm honest, I can sort of go for about 7 or 8 cycles and not get anything up, and it'd be really difficult. But with that, with the same technique I've been using, I coughed up loads. I mean, obviously I've coughed up blood this morning, so I didn't go too hard on the airway clearance. I just got done what I needed to do. But honestly, I feel fantastic after just doing 1 session of it. So Kaftrio clearly makes everything move around and makes your active breathing, airway clearance better. So like I've said in previous videos, you still have to do all your medication, your treatments while you're on Kaftrio, but I can confirm that it makes airway clearance super effective. So I'm going to keep doing it. Well, I'll keep doing it for as long as, you know, I feel like it's having a load of benefit. But I have started exercising again lately, so that might fall off and exercise might take over. If you've got on Kaftrio and you don't really do airway clearance, or you know, you can't be bothered or whatever, I'm not judging, have a go with it. It might change your mind, because it's so much better now. You can breathe in deeper and you can breathe in better, you can clear so much more. So have a go. If you don't already, you probably do, because it's what most people see have to. Just to address the coughing up blood, I've absolutely pounded the exercise and I've overexerted myself. I've been running too much, I've been doing too much weights, and my body's aching all over, so I kind of expected to have worn myself out, and I think I've just put too much pressure on my chest too quick. It sometimes happens when I train really hard, so I'm not really that concerned. The blood's stopped now, and now I feel absolutely amazing. Got all my lungs back. Kaftrio is still getting a massive 10 off me today. Also, I always wonder how much people actually stick to their active breathing, airway clearance. So, let me know if I'm the only one who kind of substitutes it out or doesn't do it as much as I should.